Hey, what's up, guys? This is Steve here,
And Ruka.
and Mike is muted. But yeah, there's some major things that we have to talk about first. First, if I'm in a different position than usual, there will be a reason why, and we'll be explaining that. So first, we have to tell you some major news regarding our channel that is really important. Um, so I'm going to be going to Japan in I think it's 11 or 10 days now, and I really won't be available next week. So this will, and because of that, we're going to have scheduling issues because there's going to be a big time difference between me, Ruka,
Uh-huh.
and Mike and Jerrison now. So it's going to be hard for me to do the news with them. So I might not be doing the news as often, but they are still going to be doing the news. We're actually having, just like I'm saying, if I'm in a different position now, it's because we're having Ruka test run the recording.
Mhm.
We also have Jerrison that will be test running the recording
Sorry.
whenever he comes and joins, because he said he's going to be late and he's going to join in the middle of this. But, so we're
Whether or
having,
not he actually comes, we'll see.
yeah, we don't know. But we're just mainly going to talk about the major news in this video, but because I'm going to be away, and I'm the one that usually talks about the other idol news in here, so I'm just going to be making the other idol news videos by myself because I'm the one that talks about it the most. And there won't be any other idol news in this video because, for one, I'm doing it separate already, and two, because there's still a couple things that I have to watch for the other idol news to do the video. So there is that. So, and because I won't be here, as you guys know, we've been doing mostly the news for the channel, but however, we're gonna try to go back to what we originally were doing for the channel, and that's mainly discussions and top lists,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because I won't be here, and we'll be each doing like our separate videos now because obviously the recording issue with the time zone
Mm-hmm.
wise. So yeah, our channel wasn't originally ever supposed to be a news channel. It just so happened to become a news channel. But yeah, we're gonna go just do what we originally were planning doing, but with more discussions. You said Sky might join in to some of your discussions when you record videos,
Yeah, I
Ruka?
would really like to invite her to do some discussion videos with me because she and I are really good friends.
Yeah, I would
Now, of
really
course,
like
that's
that.
going to be something that hopefully we'll have to work out with timing because she does live somewhere else different from us and she does work.
Mm.
So I will have to be able to catch her at the right time to where we can record together. But yeah, I would really hope to do something like that again because doing the drama idea discussions recently was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, that video was a lot of fun to do. Also,
Mm.
me and Ruka did record our video for the Manatsu Gakuen series, Power Levels as Strengths. That should be out either tonight or tomorrow, depending on time. Most likely tonight when I can upload it. Also, because I'll be in Japan, and I'll probably be making more videos towards underground idols because I'm going to be trying to see underground idols often when I'm in Japan. So I'll probably be making more videos towards them than towards AKB per se. I mean, if there's something big that happens within like the 48, 46 group news, I think I could just make a small video on it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. I'm still gonna be doing my every 4 months my 48 sort thing. The next one I will be doing is either at the end of next week or on September the 3rd. Either one of those dates because I leave to Japan on September the 5th, so that'll be kind of getting close to it. And then I still have to record my kind of like idol journey story, I guess. I should be recording that sometime soon. I know I can't do it on Tuesday and Wednesday because I'm going to be visiting my college before I leave for like a somewhat of a farewell thing that I'm going to do. So yeah, so that just letting you guys know we're cutting back on the news videos, just mainly doing discussions and other videos that we find interesting. So yeah, is there anything that you want to say, Ruka and or Mike, before we begin?
I've got nothing really.
Me neither. I'm good.
Okay. So now I guess we're gonna get started with the news. We're gonna start off with the Sakamichi because Mike has to go soon. So we will start off with the Sakamichi. Why don't we start off with Hinatazaka? Is that fine, Mike?
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
Okay.
They've announced their single will be released on October 2nd. I know that's close to my and Steve's birthdays.
Huh.
And the lineup for it was just revealed today. And yeah, I don't think anyone would be surprised at who the center is. It's still Kosaka now.
Again. I mean, I'm happy for her, but at the same time, it's kind of like I really hope they don't do what they're doing with Techi and Keiaki.
I mean, that kind of links in with.
Or is this just a Sakamichi thing? Like, because obviously Ikoma Arena was like the center for the first 8 or 9 singles. Techi is the center for the first 8 singles.
I mean, didn't they do that with Jurina? Like, she was center for like up until Juni got to the kangaroo, wasn't she?
Well, Jurina and Rena, you got to remember they were the double center.
Well, still, even with the double centers.
I mean, then again, yeah, Achan has like a bajillion centers.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But I'm just really surprised that it's coming out so soon already, the 3rd single. Like, that kind of shocked me.
This is their debut, and like, if you think about how they did their debut, they kind of did the singles kind of quickly as well. So April to August to November, that was pretty quick as well. So I'm not surprised they're doing it this quick.
But it feels like they just released Doremi though, like literally, and
they
announced
No, I know
the
what you
3rd
mean.
single.
Apparently, according to Kumi, this new single will be an emotional one. So.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It makes sense.
I already heard that they've already recorded the music videos and everything.
Yes, I think they did. I think it kind of, the 3 kind of makes sense if it's an emotional kind of song, because the 3 kind of released the most emotion, but at the same time, the 3 who kind of have been front row a lot.
I was curious because I looked it up just now, but the first Nogizaka single that wasn't an Ikoma center after the group debuted was their 6th single, Girls Rule, and that was a Shirai Shinai center.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 in a row. Like, amount of singles in a row. And I'm kind of excited for this one.
I'm sad to hear that Nebu's back row.
I know, she was like, she and Huna were front row. Sorry, me, and now it's just like. I mean, at least one of your Oshis is in 2nd row.
I mean, yeah. I'm happy May
It's a silver lining at least.
Yeah, I guess. But, man, if you said it was going to be an emotional song, man, it's probably going to be very heartfelt. Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
Same.
Do you think it's going to be a slower song because it's an emotion? They said it's more of an emotional song?
I mean, considering the actual formation of it, like, it might plus more vocals and Satoshi and Kongo are two of the better vocalists in Hinatazaka.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Okay. Is there anything that you want to say, Ruka, about the single announcement?
Again, there was nothing like too surprising about the lineup, but yeah, I am looking forward to it, especially since, like you just said, Kyoko and Katoshi have very nice vocals, so I think it's going to be a very pretty song.
I mean, they did have solos that I really liked. So
True.
album.
True, they both did have solos already.
But Kongo was just playing in my head right now.
I can hear their harmony with Kosaka Nao's singing voice.
Okay, then are we gonna move on to the major Kayaki news? I mean, this is very major.
I mean, since you did touch upon her earlier, Ricky's, I suppose, Eternal Center Hirata Jurina is out of the arena tour due to specifically an elbow injury. And some of the concerts have happened as, and the set list is pretty interesting. Not gonna lie.
I haven't heard anything.
That's edgy. The one song, the one performance I want to see is Mayoshi Senpen Gutsi of Sasukato Akirareta. I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see it. I mean, other songs I would like to see is Suzumoto Sente Hiraishin, maybe, and the guy sent Otonawa Shinji Kuranai. Like, of these three songs, I can't really imagine a song of mention getting given to Nen. Like, compared to what she sent it in last year's second anniversary live, it's a completely different song. But I'm hyped for the rest of the tour, but it's not the same strategy, really. And I think that's a big part of Keki's downfall. Yes, they are selling out concerts and stuff, but most of the popularity comes from Pechi, and without her, then and obviously with Netter's graduation as well, large part of the fan base possibly gone too. So now I pass it off to you guys.
Yeah, like literally, Techi is only there for single releases. That's all I'll say. Like, literally, what? Like, she's never in like any of ever. She's never in any like the concerts because she's always injured.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Republic, she was there. Anniversary live, she was there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same last year as well.
I couldn't help but laugh when Josh Box did the SpongeBob gif of the guy in the chocolate episode being injured.
Oh, yeah.
like you know what I'm talking about?
That pretty much describes Techi really right now.
I couldn't help but laugh like so much. That
I
was
haven't
so funny.
seen that.
My legs are broken. My arms are broken. My back is
pretty much.
I mean, it really sucks because Kayaki's finally going to Tokyo Dome, and she won't be there.
To be honest, like, it didn't say whether it was all of the tour, and I'm like kind of keeping a bit of hope that she will be there for Tokyo Dome, even if it's just like what Aoi did on like the first day of Republic, just like appearing in an MC, or like even if she doesn't perform, just her being there would be nice.
Just imagine like everyone is kind of expecting, like Techi's probably not going to be there, and then like a certain song, like say for example Black Sheep starts up and she comes out holding the spider lily and everyone's like, oh!
No, the song that I would hope to hear would be Yoake no Kodoku. If she goes out with that song.
Ah.
But I thought it specified that she won't be available for the rest of the tour from the news that I saw.
I have no clue, but I'm just giving a tad bit of hope. I think it's her elbow injury. She won't be actually performing.
Yeah, she can't
And
perform.
anything dance related, she won't do it. I hope she just appears for an MC, really.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all that she can do.
Yeah.
Then I guess we can talk about... No, never mind. We'll just move on to Nogizaka. Okay, so there's two major things that we want to talk about within Nogizaka. Let's start off with the new appointment.
Captain Manatsu. I mean, she's not my Oshi, but I do like Akimoto Manatsu a lot.
I'm honestly kind of shocked that they appointed Akimoto Manatsu as the next captain, because it's like, I wasn't, like, she's not kind of like the person that I would expect to be, like, acting like a captain, per se. And plus, to me, it's like, I didn't think that she would be around in the group for long, because, like, there's only, like, 6 first gens left. So I thought they were going to appoint maybe a 3rd gen as the next captain of the group, but apparently not. But it just feels weird having Manatsu as captain. I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. It just feels weird.
Some other people. So.
What do you think, Ruka? Manatsu being assigned captain?
When I first saw the announcement, I actually was kind of taken aback for a little bit. I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, I'm not sure how it's going to go, because kind of like you said, I haven't seen too much of Manatsu acting as a leader role, but I'm still interested to see where they do go with this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but I just don't see Manatsu as captain, like...
To be honest, like, how they pick her is that she's very approachable, like, for the junior members, for, like, the Kohai. And like, how she's kind of, like, a motherly figure, but, like, as you guys said, I don't really see her as a captain figure.
If there was anyone from the 1st gen, I would have put Kazumi from the 1st gen.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought too. That would have been my first pick. Kazumi.
And I don't follow Nogi that much, so I wouldn't know.
I feel like Kazumi definitely has like more of like a leadership role compared to Manatsu, so...
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't follow the group.
It's kind of shocking, like... Very shocking. But we'll see how Captain Manatsu does, now that it's now in a time where Nogi is now the top idol in the idol world. So, we'll see where that goes. And then, Nogi also released 2 more music videos. And did you guys watch any of them? Did you watch them, Ruka?
Yes, I watched both of them, and I really liked both of them.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Okay, so let's talk about Do My Best Ja Imi Wa Nai.
Okay. You can go first, Ruka.
Okay. So I found the way that they shot this was really interesting, because it was shot in a studio in the rain for like a good portion of the video. So there were a lot of scenes of like members in the rain or facing the rain while doing their lip scenes, or they had umbrellas during some of the dance scenes and they were wearing these like violet or dark blue colored ponchos over them. But then during the second half of the song, the sun came out, and it felt like the members were wearing these really pretty white dresses with like yellow belts on them underneath them. So like visually, it was very pretty to look at because of the contrasting themes of the rain and the sun coming out afterwards. And also just like the song itself was really pretty.
Mike left. I don't know if he's coming back or not.
Mm.
I'll have to wait to see if you drop down for my thing. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Well, okay, gotta go on, Ruka. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So, I really liked the song. Like, this is, by the way, this is the undersong. Like, I've been liking the undersongs a lot recently.
Mhm.
Because obviously, we had for Nishino Nanase's single, the undersong was Nichijo, which was centered by Kitano Hinako, and then I forgot who was the center of the last single's undersong, but I believe I liked the undersong from last single as well, because the undersongs are really good, and I really like the sound of this song.
Mhm.
It was kind of funny because I saw a video on Twitter, basically, because you know the new movie like Weathering with You that
Yeah,
came out in
Weathering
Japan.
with You. I've heard of it.
Somebody did a like parody video with Weathering with Renka, because Imamoto Renka, I think is her name, is the center of the song.
Okay.
So they did a parody of Weathering with You with Imamoto Renka. And it's actually really
That's
good.
interesting.
It was actually a really good video, like parody video that they did. But let's see. Out of the songs so far that we have heard within the whole single, this might be my third favorite, second or third favorite. No, actually third favorite. Yeah, my third favorite because Captain Sakura Reika's is first.
It's great.
So yeah, this is my third favorite song. Then do you want to go on to the other song, the fourth gen
Yes.
song?
Toshoushitsu no Kimi e, which is a fourth gen song. Simply put, Nogi girls plus glasses equals cute.
Yeah.
That was a major theme throughout the storyline of the video, where was one of the members was shy about putting on her glasses, so the other members put on glasses to say, "Hey, it's cool." Which, being a girl who wears glasses myself, is like, I could partially relate. When I first got glasses, I was kind of nervous about them, but I grew to like them a lot after I got them.
I mean, I can say the same thing with me and glasses.
Mm-hmm.
But, like...
it's a really good thing to do, kind of normalizing that stigma of wearing glasses, because there are lots of people in the world who wear glasses.
Yeah.
And so this video was just a cute way of emulating that. Plus, there was a cute moment where one of the girls broke her glasses, and so they all worked together to fix them for her.
Yeah,
it was so freaking cute.
They were putting so much tape around the arm. But what did you think about the sound of the song?
Again, it was a really simple, really cute song. There's not really much I can say about it other than it's just plain cute and wholesome.
I thought it was a decent song. Like, I'd say this is like probably on the lower end to middle of all the Nogi songs in the single to me. Because there are a lot other standout songs.
Yeah. But still, it's like a really enjoyable listen.
And Nogi also released a video of like sampling each of the songs from the single. I don't know if you saw that they had on their main channel.
I have not.
They basically do like 30 seconds, I think, to like a minute of each of the songs.
Okay.
Even the ones that don't have the music videos yet. And then the last song that they do is the one that I think I said sounds like a winter song. It was Boku no something. Both of the songs have Boku no. It's like Boku no Shira something. I probably am wrong there, but both of them have the Boku nos for the songs.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the major Sakamichi news. Now, let's go on to, I guess, the 48 group major news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first part is kind of like multi-group news, I guess. But so AKS announced that they came out with a website called 48 Circle. It's essentially like a news website, but it's mostly on the international groups.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. So I don't really know. It's like we already get the news kind of fast. Like, do we really need this? I mean, it's a nice sentiment, but like I don't know if this is gonna last long, like at all.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it does.
Because if I remember, they already put out their first article already, which was on the Shanghai, the AKB Fest thing.
Yeah, the Asia
Yeah, the
Festival.
Asia Festival. They already have an article on that, but I think you have to just to subscribe for it, and I don't know if that costs money or not. I don't know, but I know that you have to like.
Oh no,
have a
actually,
subscription.
I just logged into the website through my Google account because you can just log into it through social media like Twitter without needing a subscription.
Okay.
So you can do that.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't cost any sort of money.
No.
Okay. Yeah, but like, I wonder if this is gonna like last as long because Ruka, I don't know if you remember because I remember AKS formerly like made a website for tickets for like international fans where international fans could get tickets to the theater show, which is still like impossible to get. Like, do you remember that, Ruka, when they made that?
Not really.
Because I remember in the past they did make a separate website for where international fans could get tickets for the theater shows, trying to act like they were going more international, but still, even with that, I hear like you like never get any of the tickets. Like you never get picked. And that site kind of like went downhill and did nothing in the end. But we'll see where this news thing goes. But like once again, how I said, we usually get the news fast anyways because news is usually released on Twitter and stuff. So we'll just see where this goes. And now we'll go on to AKB's news. Do you want to start off with the music video first, or do you want to talk about the other major news that we'll probably go on about for a while?
Let's go ahead and get the music video out of the way.
Okay. So these two pieces of news literally happened on the same day, by the way, like hours apart from each other. Because it was actually not even an hour after 48 Talk did their last video where these two news things happened. So like I feel
It's
really
their
bad
curse.
for 48 Talk's curse. Like I do. I feel ya, DX and Colin and Robin and Derek. Like I feel you guys. But yeah, so the music video for Sustainable came out. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, after a few listens to Sustainable, like a few more, like I'm starting to like this song a little bit more than when I originally first heard it on FNS. But the music video was pretty good. Like it's not great. I won't say it's great or anything, great or amazing, but it's still a pretty good music video. Do you agree?
Mhm.
And
yeah, kind of like what you said, the song was starting to grow on me after a couple more listens to it. And yeah, I actually did enjoy watching the music video.
I actually have a few notes on the music video, just really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Because the music video had, I guess, a couple of references within itself I mean, you can obviously see some blatant references within the music video.
Very much.
But they referenced a bunch of things from the past AKB. So the one reference that I don't really like as much that they had is that they had Aitakata references, which I'm fine with and happy to see the references there, but they kind of were trying to portray Moeka as the next Achan. That is what I don't agree with in those references. Like, do you see what I mean, Ruka?
No, I get what you mean.
Like,
and like, I get what they were like kind of going for, because Moeka is the one who's getting the big push now. But I get what you mean. I would have rather they had Moeka focused more on like the modern time, the 2019, instead of like it being a callback to like when Aitagata was released.
Yeah, because they were trying to show that Moeka was the next Achan, and I'm like, no, not even close. You're not even going to be close to the next Achan. No. Just stop AKS trying to push Moeka to be that, because it won't happen. It won't. I'm sorry if that's harsh, but no. Like, won't happen. And then they made references to Iwake maybe somewhat shot-wise and what they were doing, referencing to kind of the Iwake maybe music videos. They did use similar shots.
The bicycle riding scene.
Yeah,
and also the uniforms that they were wearing. That's something they did with Aitagata too. They were wearing the uniforms that they wore in the music video.
And then they just straight up showed Iwake maybe like on an iPod. Like they straight up just showed Iwake maybe.
Well, the girls who were listening to Aitagata, they had pulled out a CD of it from their school bag.
But I'm just saying like how blatant these references are that they put in. But like, yeah, there was some shot composition similar to Iwake maybe with the bikes, which I liked. And then they had a teacher reference with the teacher CD. I think it was
it was Yuki, Miru, Okabe-rin, and someone else, I forget who, were driving in the car and they were listening to that.
Yeah, they had that reference. And then they had a couple Koisuru fortune cookie references. Some of them being like the group that was trying to record the video. They were trying to dance to KFC. And then there were also Koisuru fortune cookie posters as well in the music video. So there's references of that. And then my least liked reference, I'm sorry, Ruka.
Oh, come on!
I'm sorry, Ruka. So
I liked this!
We can agree to disagree, Ruka. Like, okay.
Okay, agree to disagree. I'll go with that.
So this reference made me die laughing when I saw it, and I was dying when I saw it. So at the end of the video, we see Jurina, Dasu, and Nachan open up a time capsule, and here is Sentimental Trainwreck that they opened, and it doesn't even have Jurina on it, and I'm just dying. I'm laughing. I'm like, why out of any single of that year you made Sentimental Trainwreck?
but look, it makes a lot of sense given what they were doing with the video. It was showing not only referencing AKB's past and also a little bit of their present, but also their future.
I mean, yeah, but I couldn't help but die laughing during that scene. And yes, it did add...
I get what you mean, though. I would have liked it if they had the version that had Jurina on the cover, but I think the fact that they used the version that didn't have her emphasized more that bittersweet feeling, because it focused specifically on Jurina's expression when she saw the CD.
I mean...
You could tell it was like, oh, like, there were some bittersweet memories coming back to her.
Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing.
Like, that would have... I think even though I would have wanted to see the version with Jurina, that would have weakened the poignancy, I guess, of what they were trying to express with that.
Oh, like once again, Ruka, I'm sorry about I'm laughing about that. Like it's just really really funny to me. And the thing that I want to note about Jurina on this video, because obviously this is in 2028 when they're unearthing
2028, yeah.
when they're unearthing this time capsule. So I honestly did not recognize Jurina at first when they were in the school, because she honestly looked a lot more mature based on some of the shots that they had of Jurina. I don't know if you saw it that way.
No, I get what
Because
you mean,
Jurina,
but I still recognized her.
Because when she was like on DOS, like from the side, like the side view, I'm like, is that, holy crap, that's Jurina. She actually looks like she's like in her 30s. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I couldn't, it surprised me how mature Jurina looked. Like she honestly did look older, like in somebody in their 30s. I don't know if that's just me, guys, but that's how I saw it. Like Jurina actually looked the age that she was supposed to be 10 years from then. Just like, wow. They did have a couple like somewhat off shoot scenes of them shooting the music video as well.
Oh yeah, I think that was supposed to be like them representing the present, because it is the girls right now who are doing the filming. Like, I think that's what they were referencing.
But overall, I really like this music video. Besides the, I'm sorry, the sentimental train wreck part, but besides that part, I really liked it. Do you have any more thoughts on this? And also, it was funny seeing Tomu as a farmer.
Was she a farmer or was she a gardener?
Either or, I don't know. She was in some sort of field. Either way, that was funny. Sorry, Ruka. Do you have any more thoughts on the music video?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Now we'll go on to the biggest news of all in this video. Even bigger than Techi. So yeah, this is literally the biggest upsetting thing, I would say, for AKB. So it was announced on last week's AKBingo, part 2 of the family competition, that AKBingo is going to be canceled after 5 weeks. Oh boy. This is really bad. And I'm sorry, Ruka, I'm about to swear briefly for a second, but AKB's in some deep shit now. Because they've lost so many things this year. AKB is dying. This is how I'm seeing it. And honestly, in my opinion, AKBingo is a bigger loss to AKB than the Sosenkyo being canceled. Because, one, obviously the Sosenkyo is a big gathering place for the fans to join, but however, AKBingo is where a lot of people, like a bunch of people, came and found girls who they liked. They basically, AKBingo was a big starting point for a lot of people. Like, if it wasn't for AKBingo, like, I wouldn't probably like as many members as I do now. Because you get to see the personalities of these girls, and that helps you attach with the members. And now it's going to be gone. Like, this is, I believe, the biggest blow to AKB. And there was a picture that was referenced, somebody made, I don't know who made it, but it's a picture of the Grim Reaper, basically showing everything that has been killed with an AKB this year. And let's list off the things that have ended for AKB this year. It started off with AKB48 show. That got canceled. Then we have All Night Nippon. That got canceled, their radio show. Then we have the Sosenkyo, the biggest AKB event of the year. Then we have Jonken, but actually, who cares about Jonken anyway, so that's really nothing. And now we have AKBingo, the biggest thing for AKB. Like, AKB truly is in some deep shit right now. And the picture had Nemosu next.
Which I don't want to be the case.
But I don't know. I don't know, seeing how AKB has, what's been happening to AKB this year. So I can't say that won't happen. Because AKBingo got canceled, and I never thought that show would have got canceled for a long time. Now, there is some speculations why AKB got canceled. Do you mind if I say those speculations?
I don't mind.
So there's two that I know I remember, like, really well, and then there's another one, so there was 3 speculations. So from the 2 I remember, the first one is, this is a result from the Kuro-chan episode that released recently.
Oh.
Because apparently there was some outrage because of that episode, basically because of sexual harassment or whatever they claimed it was. Because the girls really didn't want to do it, and they did it anyways. So that is one speculation why AKBingo is being canceled, because of the Kuro-chan episode. And then the second reason, which I don't know if this is probably not the reason, but I feel like it could be, but it's probably not, is that it's the result of NGT coming back. Like, AKS kind of threw everything under the rug.
Now, I don't think that would be the case, because AKBingo has always been about, like, it's always been about the AKB48 group, because it has had members where members from the other groups would come. But it's been primarily about AKB. That's what the show is called, AKBingo. So yeah. I don't think that what happened with NGT has any relation to the show getting canceled.
But I have heard things on that, though. Like, there's some pretty... but that is just one speculation, and it could be a possibility, even though AKB is separate, because they're still owned by AKS, and people probably wanted to take the sponsors off. So I'm not saying it is, definitely, there's a low chance of that, but there's still a possibility that could have resulted in AKBingo's cancellation. And then, once again, I forgot what the third thing speculation was. I don't remember off the top of my head. But also, in the picture that was made, which was terrible, because obviously, you know my opinions, how I wanted NGT to be disbanded already, but obviously that hasn't happened. In that picture, they have NGT as a baby, and then we have, like, this mom pampering this baby, being the NGT staff, or AKS. Because NGT is still there, but all these amazing AKB things aren't. Like, that's kind of stupid, in a way. Do you have any thoughts on just AKBingo in general, or with any of these, all these cancellations happening with AKB?
I just want to say, like, yeah, I am very surprised and kind of overwhelmed by this, because all of these shows, which have basically been a foundation for basically what has become, like, a huge part of broadening the fan base for the group, like, especially because AKBingo with clips or episodes being up on YouTube or just being online, it has gained attention from international fans as well, being able to do that. And plus, other big events like the election, we're not having the election this year, or Jonken getting canceled, but Jonken, it's been like,
Dead.
yeah, it's not been as good as it used to be. So like, it kind of makes sense why that got canceled. But for these other things, it's like, again, with the election, I did kind of understand, because it's like after what happened with last year, it being the 10th election that they did, and it was the World Senbatsu, it's like, it's going to be hard to top that, so it makes sense that they would take a break from it. Whether or not they'll ever do it again, I am not completely sure. But yeah, like the TV shows and the radio shows, like All Night Nippon, 48 Show, and now AKBingo, those were shows that I really enjoyed seeing, because you got to see so much from the group. You got to see members interacting with each other. You got to see members' personalities bouncing off one another. You got to see, like in instances in like the 48 Show, you got to see behind the scenes footage of what the girls were doing at certain events and yada, yada, yada. So it does leave a huge impact on the fact that these shows are basically ending. And what's going to happen for them now, like, it could be very easy for them to just, like, make a new show or something to replace it, because that's what they did with All Night Nippon. But, unlike All Night Nippon, where, like, they had, different sources where you could listen to, they would live stream it on Showroom after Showroom became a thing. It's harder for it to access to international fans, so I haven't been able to listen to it aside from one episode, which was the premiere, and the only reason I was able to see it was because Okada Nana was in it, so I'm assuming it was a Okada Nana fan who was able to record it. And whatever they're going to do now to replace AKBingo, whether it's going to be kind of what they have been doing recently with rotating with each of the groups, giving them their own bingo show, or just creating an entirely new show specifically for AKB to have. I could honestly see them going either way, but yeah, this is a lot.
Yeah, AKB is dying. I don't know if you will agree with me.
I mean, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, like, the group is dying or is over, because I still have a lot of hope for this group, because I still really like them. So I don't want to say that.
See, I don't know, like, I know this isn't, like, but I will kind of laugh if they just somehow do, like, an AKBingo and just replacing that. I'm just saying, if they somehow watched our ideas thing, and if they use, like, some of our, like, things that we brought up as ideas,
that would be
and
funny.
replace it, I'll actually laugh really hard. But maybe, like, they're gonna go. I know we had a few discussions. Well, I had a few discussions in the Discord about what AKB can do. They could possibly just do another web series. Obviously, they've had web series like Antadare and Kimidare on Showroom.
Yeah.
But maybe they can.
I could see doing that.
But maybe they can, like, do something similar to kind of AKBingo, but obviously there would be a lot less budget.
Of course.
Maybe they can just do the same thing that they did when they had Adam on the show for the recent challenges. They could make that a web series.
Especially because with the other groups, they have their own web shows that they do on Showroom, and those, from what I understand, are pretty popular. So yeah, that could be a good option.
But I was thinking that maybe they can do, like, just do it on YouTube, like have a web series on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because, and then hopefully, Staff T would be able to translate those episodes.
Yes, please.
But it's just a food for thought of what they can do to try to help this impact from AKBingo, because they're gonna need another show other than Nomosu, because I have never watched Nomosu before. I think, or if I have, I've only watched a couple episodes of Nomosu.
Okay.
But, like, I've never really watched Namosu. It's just been AKBingo the whole time. Like, I know I've watched Shuk on AKB back in the day when it was subbed, but like AKB now doesn't really have any TV shows. Nogi has more TV shows now. Kayaki has more. I mean, Kayaki has Keikita Kakanai and somewhat AKBingo, and even Hinatazaka now, I guess, has more TV shows than AKBingo than AKB. It's just showing like the Sakamichi dominance, and I said there's another thing that like I brought up. I'm like, I would laugh if they just like replaced it with Yoshimoto Bingo or something like that. Like, then that would truly mean like Sakamichi has taken over. But yeah, this is a major blow. I heard somebody do a message or something.
I'm sorry, that's me.
Oh, that was you?
Since we're wrapping up on this, I need to go. So how about we just stop the recording here and we can continue when I get back? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey guys, so Ruka had to step out for a little bit, and also Jerrison just joined us. So
yeah, I'm back.
We're gonna continue from where we left off, but first you can explain why you weren't here the past couple of weeks, Jerrison, just really fast.
Okay, well, the reason why I wasn't like here in the past few weeks is because actually I had to do various things. Like when I had to go to a convention called like Anime Revolution, where like and it was actually great. Not only talked about anime, but there was a lot of things involving also Japanese idol groups too as well. Yeah, I'm actually, and also I actually saw there were a few famous people in the convention. I actually saw one of them, including her name Asuka. If you see over here.
Cool.
Oh, there. Yeah, and there's also like another fellow YouTuber also in their producer as well went to as well.
Okay.
I
don't know him.
Producer?
No.
I don't know him.
Well, I thought you know him already, I thought. Okay. And then I also had to do various like things with my family, and also I had a haircut as well.
Okay, so
a haircut.
We'll continue, I guess, off with AKBingo, because
we
leave Ruka, and we're now back.
Yeah.
So, what were we going to talk about with AKBingo again? I guess we might as well just get Jerrison's thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
So what are your thoughts on
AKBingo
ending?
Well, my thoughts on like the show ending is that like the other thing about is that when they announced it, and it's somehow at the end of last week's the most recent episode, like the host kind of told them that it was it, and it's kind of like a punch in the face for AKB fans. Like it's kind of like at the same time it's like they're saying like, oh, the show will be ending next month, or another way to say that, oh, the show might be replaced with possibly a show that involves Hinatazaka 46, maybe released with AKBingo, maybe airs weekly.
AKBingo is currently airing.
But then maybe they might move to its time slot, maybe, and air weekly, maybe?
I don't know. I have no idea what they're going to do with it.
Yeah. But with AKBingo ending, I mean, so now, how are we now going to learn more about the members now? I mean, there's probably at least showroom you can talk to them there, but I mean, they probably have other shows too.
See, that was part of my speculation. I think that with AKBingo ending, and plus they've had other shows that they've ended, I think that they're going to make a new show for AKB. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, the same as AKBingo, but it can be, like, something in a similar vein, a variety show to help you get to know the members better.
Or it's more of, actually, instead, we're just going to change the name of it, maybe.
Well, something like that I could see them doing, but like a different sort of show from AKBingo. SK has done this a couple of times with a lot of their variety shows. Like we had the Ebi series, and then we had Musubi no Ichiban, and right now we have Bazurasemasu, and Zero Position is still ongoing. Like they've had a bunch of different shows of the girls all doing different things, but it helped you really got to know like the members' personalities and what they were like.
Oh yeah, but I mean, that's the other thing with the shows that maybe why the show isn't great. I mean, the current hosts are great. I mean, I'm not sure if all may agree that they're probably as great as the previous host. But I mean, maybe another reason why maybe the show isn't doing great is that maybe because of the hype about maybe a lot are excited about the newer members. I mean, they're great too as well too. But I mean, might be anything. I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation that's been going on as to why the show is being canceled or why it's ending. I think it might just, be just because, like, we kind of brought it up because, like, after, the bad boys left and, Woman Rush Hour came in, it's like the show kind of had to, like, kind of re-assimilate itself, I guess, if it makes sense. Like, they kind of had to find their new identity now with these new hosts. And don't get me wrong, several of the different episodes and segments that they have done with Woman Rush Hour as the new host have been really good. Probably did lose some viewers because, a lot of those fans, because they really did enjoy seeing the bad boys, and maybe they feel like Woman Rush Hour don't really live up to that, so that might be a big reason.
I mean, maybe they're maybe like trying to appeal to a younger demographic. I mean, I watched the show so far in like the past for like a year now, and like actually the show's actually great. Actually, it appeals to me, but I'm not sure it'll appeal to everyone.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's had some great episodes. But, like, when you compare it to the era in which the bad boys were part of the show, you can tell there's, like, a clear difference, especially with AKB having changed so drastically with the new members.
Oh, yeah.
It's like AKBingo almost feels like an entirely different show.
Yeah.
But how will we compare that to, let's say, the shows of the 46 groups?
I don't know.
Let's see. I don't watch Nogi Under Construction, so I don't know anything about that for Nogi. But for Keakake, I mean, it's pretty much been the same since they've started. And
it's still doing great right now?
Well, Nogizaka Under Construction, originally it used to be Nogizaka Tedoko.
Yep.
So I'm thinking maybe they'll just change it will be the same show, except maybe they just change the name.
See, I don't think it can be the exact same show, because that's the thing. AKBingo has been going on for so long, for more than 10 years.
It's been going on for 11 years. More if you count, since 2008 if you count the Ichiji Jugo Kyufun.
The 159, exactly. They only rebranded the show when it was still very early on. Like, when the show, like, was just starting and they were still being experimental with it. They were seeing what worked. And then they rebranded the show when it went up to an earlier time slot was 059. And then they did it again and made it AKBingo. And that's what they've went with for 10 years and plus.
Years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, trying to rebrand AKBingo as something else entirely is just impossible.
Oh.
Especially since we've had other groups have their own bingo shows.
Yeah. Like AKBingo.
It's like just, yeah, exactly. So like at this point, it's just this is out of our control as fans. The very least that we can do is hope that there is going to be a new show that can fill that void in our hearts. Like, maybe it won't be the same as AKBingo, sure, but it'll still be nice to, like, get a show that can still get us learning about the new members. And we even talked about Jerrison when we were recording before I had to leave. AKB could have their own web series or a showroom show, because all of the other sister groups like SKE, NMB, and HKT have had their own web series exclusively on showroom that live stream like every week or every other week or so.
Oh yeah.
That helps the fans like get to know the members better, and they've been doing really good because showroom is a really good service in being able to learn more about these idols.
Oh, but isn't
So we think that having a web show series, whether it be on YouTube or through Showroom live stream, just something to help not only get fans within Japan more invested in learning about these girls, but also being able to spread out to a wider audience, that is definitely going to help.
See, that's why
if they decide to do that.
That's why I considered YouTube, because Showroom is still mainly focused on the Japanese audience. And then
we can watch it too as well.
Yeah,
and they
but that's just on laptop, because on mobile devices I heard that they region locked Showroom.
Wait, what?
But I can watch it on my cell.
No, I still have Showroom.
I mean,
I
if
can
you've
watch it on
already
my cell
had downloaded it, you can't get it from the store. So if you already have it on your phone, you have it.
Wait,
But
like
if
just
you
now?
don't, you can't get it from the store because it's region locked.
What?
Yeah,
Wait, like
I heard that.
Just now? I mean,
That's
I installed.
something that I heard. No, you
Oh,
already
okay.
have it, Jerrison, on your phone. You're fine.
Yeah,
But
I've
just
been
saying
using it for
people-
slightly more than a year.
But for people who don't have the app yet, outside Japan, I heard that there is some sort of region lock or something along the lines of that. That's
but you
just
can.
what I heard. That's just what I heard. I'm not saying that is an absolute fact. That's just something that I heard.
Oh, okay. But I mean, what about Let's Meet at Hinatazaka? What about that show?
I mean,
Well, that was different because that show only got rebranded because Hinatazaka got renamed from Hiragana Keaki because they became their own group. That was the reason that show rebranded.
Yeah.
Other than the name change, it's pretty much the exact same show.
Yeah, but I mean, like the show overall, like how would you compare that to AKBingo?
Oh,
No,
that is just okay. A lot of the shows for the sister groups are really good, but AKBingo was one of the shows that set a lot of the foundation for those variety programs because AKB was the group that started it all.
It set the standard.
Exactly.
But what about Morning Musume? Like, did they had a lot of shows before AKB?
That's different.
Different. Oh,
Morning Musume and AKB, totally different. Those two are practically as much rivals as AKB and Nogizaka are.
Oh, and then you got Nogizaka 46 and Hinatazaka 46 after that.
But yeah, like that's just different. The point being, the bottom line is, the bottom line is, well, I'm sorry.
that's fine, Ruka. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I needed to take a little breather. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that whatever they decide to do going forward, it is going to be a huge adjustment for a lot of us fans who have followed the group for especially a long time, especially for those who may have followed AKB since the beginning and are experiencing these very new changes.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of like what I said, what I'm doing right now. We all just need to, like, just take a breather, and whatever happens next, I'm still holding some faith for this group.
Well, we'll wait and find out. I mean, I know that in the past, I mean, there was the thing that Nogizaka 46 will probably make an announcement on September 5th. And I know with the account Instagram, like Nogizaka 46 World, that might be a hint of, that might be the thing that's replacing AKBingo, maybe? Well, we'll wait and find out. The thing that with...
I wouldn't say that. That is something completely unrelated.
Oh, but I mean, the Slow podcast talked about that, but it could be anything. Maybe
that would be more or less for tours. That wouldn't be for a show.
A travel show.
No, it would just be for tours, Jerrison.
Oh, okay.
Not anything show related.
See, if we're gonna get any news about a new show that's replacing AKBingo, we're most likely going to get it closer to when the show actually ends. So let's wait until next month because the show will be ending, I'm guessing, at the end of September.
Middle of September,
sense. Yeah, that would make sense. The end of September, because that's in 5 weeks.
So let's just wait it out for a month and see what happens.
Well, then find out, yeah.
Okay. That actually turned out to be a lot longer discussion than I expected it to be.
Oh, if Michael was here, we would have probably took longer, actually.
I'm not sure. Because he doesn't really watch AKB.
Oh, okay.
That's true. He's become more of a Kea fan.
Kea-hina fan.
Yeah, he's okay. Oh, so we go to our next big story now.
So, Jerrison, what are your thoughts on Sustainable? Me and Ruka already gave our thoughts.
Oh, actually, it was a great music video that had like a lot of like kind of like it looks like it's a sustainable music video because like the beginning of the video it kind of almost looked like, oh, this is a music video, like an environment commercial. I mean, and then as a rest. But I mean, like, because it would be interesting if, let's say, at the beginning and the end of the commercial of the video, they would say, like, oh, this video was made with 0 emissions.
What?
Oh, they didn't put that, but no, I mean, if they did put that, but I mean, it'd be maybe then they'd be like reduce, like, no, talk about the environment.
What?
That is not the message they were going for. They were just filming it out on a field.
No, I mean, if they put the little graphic on there, but they probably didn't do that, maybe, but it looked like it. But I mean, there were a lot of references in the video, and I know you probably talked about most of them already, but I was thinking there were also a bit of some references to Sukinanda as well, like with the drone shots. You know, in both videos they had drone shots.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that potentially being a reference, but that might be considered a stretch since a drone shot is more of just a filming mechanism than anything else.
And there was also like a tracking shot in the video that was kind of similar to a tracking shot in Sukinanda as well, too.
I would know what part that would be.
Oh, like the little scene, like when Mion and Jurina like Monoka are like walking with the ice cream. Similar to a scene in the video of Sukinanda where like when Rino and Mayu are kind of walking around Okinawa.
Well, again, that's more of a filming technique. That's different.
Oh, but there was also a reference to like another video where there was a school. I mean, I'm sure, but what like I know they were a school in some of their music videos. Like, what school do you think it like they referenced?
I don't know. That could have just been any random school. I don't think it was a specific reference to anything.
Not any, but so okay. But overall, I mean, like it's a great music video. Actually, also have like Tomo being the farmer as well, which kind of like almost looks like the scene in a film that made by Studio Ghibli, like Only Yesterday, kind of similar. Yeah, Tomo being the farmer.
No, we talked about that.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, okay. It's a great music video.
Okay, I just want to ask your opinion on this.
Huh?
What did you think of the final scene?
Oh, so it's like fast forward to like, it's 2028. But with the time capsule, it's like, isn't it supposed to have the version of Sentimental Tree that has Jurina on the cover instead of the one without her on the cover? Because they did release that one on CD as well, too.
Well, yeah, I know, but it was like...
But they were also referencing...
I think the reason they had that specific vision was for, you know, that sort of image of having Jurina when she was looking at the photo, and it was bringing back those bittersweet memories of what had happened.
Oh, referencing what happened during the election last year, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, at least we see them like, oh, they're probably like moms now it might be predicting the future, like what happened in the video of 10 Years Sakura. You know, in that video where they had like with Asuko and Yuko and Pierce that
That would be really pushing it.
but Yuko having but instead like in reality it's actually Asuko has the child. Yeah. Oh yeah. Any more questions about the video?
No, that's it for the video, but there are other topics we wanted to ask your opinion about.
Gotcha, okay. What's next question?
You can go ask the next one, Ruka.
Okay, so there was the lineup announced for Hinatazaka's third single. Did you see that?
Yeah, I've heard about that, yeah.
And what did you think?
Yeah, it's a usual lineup for the, I mean, like, Kumi is in the same spot she's in since the Doremi Sasiro, but I mean, yeah, with Naoko Saka being the lead member in their next hit single, which is released earlier than I thought, I mean, you think she might be the Jurina Harate of the group?
I don't know.
I mean, she's been the lead member on every single so far.
But
well, yeah, but it would be considering it a stretch to call her or compare her to Techi. Because she's only centered 3 singles so far.
Like all their singles.
Yeah, but it's only 3.
Yeah, but they've only released 3 singles so far.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so we can't say that yet.
Well, we still have a few more singles left, yeah. Okay. But what do you think their next hit single will look like?
Well, Steve and I talked about that it's probably going to be a more emotional song.
Hmm?
So that's probably what it's going to be like. Probably a slower ballad-like song.
And that, well, it's fall, so afterward, yeah. Right.
All right, next up, what are your opinions on Akimoto Manatsu being appointed the new captain for Nogizaka 46?
Yeah, I was like thinking that probably she could have been the captain of the group. I mean, I know, like, I was thinking, okay, maybe, let's say, my Oshiman in the group, Rena Yamazaki, could have been the captain of the group, but yeah, but not so great being the captain. I mean, at least she'll be in the group for a few more years, at least.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't think that she would be there long.
Yeah, because Manatsu is... How old now? Is she 24?
25 years old.
Plus all, I don't
25. I think she's like 25 years old.
She does not look 25. She looks younger than 25
She
to
looks
me.
younger. Oh, she looks a bit
I
old.
don't know how old Manatsu is.
I was thinking she's probably 25 years old.
Either way, I just never expected her to be here that long.
But then, like, who do you think could have been the captain of the group? Who do you think?
Well, both of us were thinking that it could have been Takayama Kazumi.
Kazumi?
So yeah, it surprised us.
Yeah, it's like the member you thought that was not going to be the captain of the group. Oh, yep, she's the captain of the group.
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Although I will at least say, Manatsu in a way kind of reminds me of Dasu.
I mean, she tries to get a...
Well, they're both the Fisher characters in their respective groups.
Well, yeah.
What?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But still, like I said, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Manatsu being the leader of the group.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I want to choose the next topic because the one that I really want to talk about, I want to save that for the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next, what I want to talk about is from STU48, actually.
Oh, STU, yeah.
And that is that the member Yabushita Fu has returned from her hiatus.
If Fu is back, yeah.
So she went on a 3-month hiatus And she made a surprise guest appearance during STU's live performance at Shimonoseki Port on August 23rd.
So in the ship, on the STU Go. There you go.
Yes, on the ship.
Yeah.
I actually saw a clip of it online where she came on stage and one of the members hugged her. It was pretty cute.
Oh yeah, and Mizuki got very excited when that happened as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this makes me happy because Fu was one of the members I had learned about early on when STU was first established. So she was one of the first members I was starting to like. So I'm glad to see that she is back.
All right. At least that's all. Yeah, at least it's all good. Yeah.
All right. So next, then, let's move on to NMB48.
Sad news for me.
Yep.
So, Kawakami Rena announced that she would be graduating from the group.
And she did that during a solo concert.
Oh boy.
In the theater.
Because Kawakami Rena, I believe her nickname was Renapion, if I remember correctly. Like, I liked her. She's been one of my favorite NMB members for like a long time. Obviously, there are other members that are above her, but she's been constantly one of my favorite members for one of the longest time. So I'm really sad to see that she's now going to be leaving the group. But
and with that, now we only have like two members that are like that are original members still in the group. Still, just two members, Akari and Miru.
Really?
Yeah, like even though Kawakami Rena wasn't the members I followed within NMB48, she was always a member who left an impression on me because she was just always the udon girl for me. Because that's what she always did.
Oh my god.
It was always her thing that she loves udon, and she always did something relating to udon or brought up udon at least once.
Okay.
So, like, that's how I always remembered her. She's the girl who loves udon.
That's funny.
There was even a video where the members of Team M were doing the cup challenge. You know, the If you've ever seen, Pitch Perfect, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Everyone else did it like with a normal cup. She did it with an udon bowl.
Of course.
She did it with a noodle bowl.
Of course.
Oh, the cups. Yeah.
That's totally her. So.
Oh yeah, it's good.
So yes, it said she made the announcement on August 23rd. She told her fans that she will participate in NMB48's 9th anniversary live, and then she will hold her graduation live, and that she is going to remain in show business after graduation.
That's good to hear, though.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, best wishes to Udon Girl.
Yeah, but with that, so now that we have only Akuri and Miru left in the group, so what do you think is going to happen to them in the next few years, do you think?
I mean, they're still going to stay.
Akari and Miru?
Yeah, they're like the only original members in the group left. Actually, Miru is surprisingly an original member. I thought she was a second-gen member, I thought.
No, yeah, she's been in the group since she was like a teenager, I remember.
Yeah, she was like young in that time, yeah.
So Miru, I could definitely say, I could see her sticking around for a little while longer.
Yeah, but Akari, I'm not sure because her YouTube is still doing really good, and I don't know if...
Yeah, she's super successful on YouTube. I'd say she has a bright future ahead of her outside of NMB.
Yeah. I mean, like, she'll probably be seen on TV a lot, probably.
I see her probably 1 year. I know that sounds probably terrible to say, but I see Akari probably sticking around for the 10th anniversary. And
no, honestly, I agree with you on that.
Wait, wasn't that
Like
first
sticking
hits?
around for the 10th anniversary? Yeah, I could see that for her.
Oh, wait, also have the Summer Olympics as well next year, too, as well. Summer Olympics.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what, so she'll probably still be in the group for at least a year. I mean, their first hit single was released in 2011, so, maybe at least one more year, at least.
Okay. And then do you want to get to the final major news, Ruka?
Yes,
Yeah.
so the final major news that I believe we are going to talk about today, right?
Yeah.
Oh, when
I'm
I
happy.
saw this announcement, I screamed because I was so happy that this is finally happening.
I know what it is.
SK48, Matsui Jurina, is releasing a solo mini album.
So it's finally happening.
I'm so happy.
Just to add on to it, it is releasing all 9 of her original songs.
Oh, you mean like new recordings of those songs?
No.
Yes.
I mean,
That's what I would see, yes. But yes, this makes me so happy. We're finally gonna get official versions of her other original songs. I have wanted this for so long, and I know that there are plenty of other Jurina fans who wanted this as well.
Like,
For anyone who has followed Jurina throughout Showroom, because that is where she has promoted those songs the most, she has shown, or she has let fans listen to the songs that she has written and also created with Yoshimasa,
yeah.
who did the composition for the music.
So happy she's collaborating with Yoshimasa, though, because he's the one that literally makes the best AKB songs. So
That I can agree with. He has made
So-
some really awesome songs for.
So-
even the greatest
AKB.
song that MMB48 made, Come On in the Gesk. Yeah, he produced that song too.
yeah, Come On Kicks is my favorite NMB song, so
Yes. With that electro music on there. That is a club thumper, yeah. It's like what Derek says as well. Yeah.
So yes, there is a website up under Showroom Records where people can purchase the album once it comes out, and they also released the set list, which is just listing off all of the songs that Jurina has written. Well, all 9 of them except for Hana Uranai, because that already got an official release through SK48's second album, Kakume no Oka.
Mhm.
And the only other song that it is excluding is the duet that she did with Masana, because that was a gift for her graduation specifically.
Oh, and the mini album is called Privacy. That's the name of the.
Yes, that's the name of the album.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, but since it has 9 tracks, wouldn't that be enough for an album instead of a mini album? 9 is good enough for an album, actually.
no, I think 9 is mini album. Usually an album
I know.
has 14.
14 usually, yeah. I mean, some albums I know have 9 tracks too. Some albums have 9 tracks. Depends on the look of the songs, maybe. That might be the one.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the songs.
So, the name of all of the songs are Sofa to Cushion, Monochrome, Anata no Te, Aishiteru, KMT Dance, which is Kamate Dance, Stay With Me, YOLO, Chuyori Kiss, and Anohi Kawashita Yakusoku.
Yeah.
And
But
there,
since
there will be a
but
song
since
that is going to be on the Line Music, if I remember correctly.
a pre-release.
Oh yeah, it's KMT Dance or Kamate Dance that is getting a early release. It's actually coming out on August 28th.
And I heard that there's something, if you listen to it 300 times or something, you get some sort of prize or something.
Oh, let's see. It's actually listed here. So there will be 2 promotional campaigns. The first is that Matsu Jurina will hold a streaming live for the album release on Showroom within 2019, with the live streaming address being her Showroom account, which means Jurina is going to be back on Showroom sometime.
But how frequently does Jurina do Showroom? Like in the past, how frequently she does Showroom?
Well, she used to do it very frequently when like Showroom was first established. Like she literally did streams every day around like 2015, 2016, a little bit into 2017.
It's been around for that long?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And I think also early 2018 as well.
Yeah.
Now, she hasn't done it as frequently as of the later half of 2018, obviously because she went on hiatus. And so she hasn't really come back to that yet.
Okay.
So yeah, that's going to be...
I think the last time she did a Showroom was actually around like just like before the election last year, around like June of last year.
Yeah, I'd say that would be around that time as well. Okay. And then the second promotional campaign is that Kamete Dance will be available on Line Music from August 28th. If fans listen to the song over 300 times from August 28th to September 3rd and share the record on Twitter, they will have the opportunity to watch a live rehearsal.
That is insane. 300 times in a couple of days?
Wait. So you mean you listen to the song 300 times, and if you get it, you'll be able to see the performance for free? Or you'll have a chance to win to get us to go to the performance.
That's still insane. I can't even imagine listening to a song 300 times in a couple days. I'd go insane.
Not good.
I'm just being honest. Like, how many days is that? Like,
let's see, 28th, 29th. 30. How many days are in August? 30. 31.
How long?
31.
On how long the song is?
September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Yeah, that's a week.
A week?
That's a full week of listening to that song.
But depending on how long the song is, and unless if it's 4 minutes long.
Why is my FPS dropping?
Okay, I'm assuming you guys have never heard what Kamata Dance sounds like.
No.
Because Jurina has like played it on not really that many showrooms. There was like one showroom of when they were developing the song, and then there was one specific showroom where she played the full song. The best way I can describe this song is that it is a club party song.
Okay.
That's the kind of song it is.
So I noticed that my FPS dropped a ton just for like 30 seconds, so hopefully that doesn't destroy me.
So yeah, it is heavy on the EDM, that song.
Good.
It's a very electronic song?
Very electronic.
So good. We mean like you could say come on, I guess electronic? Or teacher electronic?
Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain unless you've really heard it for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait until the album is released, so it's probably going to be a great album.
There should be a video of when they were actually, like, developing the song in the studio. So maybe if I find that, I can let you guys listen to it.
Okay.
Got it.
So, is that all for the major topics?
I would say so.
Okay, now we're now going to talk about some at Jam Expo. If that's fine with you, Ruka.
I can talk, yeah.
Of course.
I know you only watched the beginning of day 2, so I watched both days, so I can talk about it a little bit. I don't know if you watched Jam Expo at all, Jerrison.
I didn't watch. I could have also could have watched AKB48 Asia Fest, but someone didn't show that on the internet. Or did they show that on the internet?
No.
I have no clue.
Yeah, but I thought about it. Okay,
It
go
was
ahead.
not streamed. So,
Yeah.
day one was the better of the 2 days by a landslide for me. By a landslide. Because day one, there was a lot of groups that I knew that were going to perform. And then two, I was really looking forward to those groups perform as well. So, not only that I know a lot of groups, I was looking forward to those groups perform as well.
One of them is SKE48?
Well, I'm talking about all the groups besides the 48 groups.
Oh, okay.
So sadly, I missed the first 2 hours of this 10-hour live stream because I was watching a football game. So I sadly missed Kamiyato. Like, I would have loved to see them perform. I missed You'll Melt Moors. I mean, I've seen like a little bit from that, but then since Up Girls performed all the way to the end, I watched that, and that was like 8 hours long. So like, oof. But overall, Up Girls did a really good set. Then after Up Girls performed, it was Last Idol, so it was my first time seeing Last Idol actually perform. I thought they were alright. I wouldn't prefer them over the 48 groups, if I had to be honest, for myself. And then after Last Idol performed, this is when the AKB48 Fresh Senbatsu performed. So,
the future of the group.
So, some of the songs that the Fresh Senbatsu did, they started off with, oh god, what song did they start off? Well, I know they performed Love Shugyo, which is one of my favorite songs in AKB in general. They performed Kimi no Koto ga Suki Dakara, Everyday Katsusha.
Did Summer Sounds Good?
No, they didn't play Manatsu no Sounds Good.
Sorry.
Why am I blanking on the songs that they performed?
Oh, what does the song sounds like?
They did not perform Sustainable, I know that. I can't believe I forget the songs. I know that they performed those 3 songs for sure. I don't know why I can't remember the other songs, but and then after the AKB Fresh Senbatsu was up, one of the groups that I was looking for performing was Festive. They performed, and they also put on a really good set. Then I never heard of the Tokyo Joshko something. I don't know their full name. I'm sorry, but and then STU performed after, and
STU.
I'm kind of slightly disappointed with STU because they performed Kimi no Koto ga Suki Wait, what did they? No, they performed Love Shugyo and Kimi no Koto ga Suki Dakara too. So it's like,
That happened also during Tokyo Festival as well too.
I feel bad for the fans there because it's like you have to listen to the same song twice, but from a different group. Like seriously, like if I was in the audience, I'd be like, I don't want to listen to the same song twice.
I mean, STU has a lot of original songs as well too.
Yeah, but they only performed the Daisuki na Hito, Pedal, and then what was the first song that they performed? Oh my god, I don't even remember the first song that they performed.
Oh, it might have been that the Saito 7 track?
I don't think so.
It sounds like...
Maybe, because I didn't really pay attention to the first song. Then HKT performed after STU. I'm not a big HKT guy, so like I didn't really care about that. And then next we had a collaboration lineup, but however, this was one of the highlights for me in day one because Naosuke from Baby Rage Japan came out. She's like one of the ones that was running the event, Jam Expo. Came out with some of the festive members and then another group. I don't remember what other group. And then they started performing Baby Rage Japan songs, and I'm like, no, like, I was so happy to hear Baby Rage Japan songs because they're one of the first underground idols that I've actually, well, technically they were in like an in between of mainstream and underground, but like, I was just so happy to hear Baby Rage Japan songs again, and they played my favorite song also as well. So that's, it was just something that really surprised me that I'm happy that they did. And after that collaboration, we have Niju Rokushi, No Masquerade. I was looking forward to them because I really liked their music videos that I've listened to so far. So they performed, and then a other group performed by Baten Shoujo. I don't know what that last kanji is, so I'm sorry. And then after them, Team 8 performed. Team 8 performed Sustainable. Wait. Maybe the Fresh Senbatsu did hashtag Sukinanda. It's either the Fresh Senbatsu performed hashtag Sukinanda or Team 8 did. But Team 8 also performed Sukida, Sukida, Sukida.
The song in the Toyota rent-a-car commercial. And also on their net.
Yonju Nana.
Yeah. Huh?
And then something philosophy. I forgot what the name is. Something philosophy.
Seijun Philosophy?
Yeah, Seijun Philosophy. They started that off. So there was that song, and there was one other song that I forget that they performed. And then the next two acts were one of my most anticipated acts that I wanted to see during Jam Expo. So Sorotop Sakana performed after Team 8 did. Their set list was, they could have picked better songs, but they were still good nonetheless. But then the group that I was looking forward the most to seeing perform was Uijin, because to me, I really like their sound and style of music that they do. So Uijin is the group that actually won for me at Jam Expo, just in general, because they did a fantastic performance and set list there. Then after Uijin, NMB performed, and I would say they were the second best 48 group that performed. They performed Nagi-ichi, Dorain Shonen?
Oh, Dorian Shonen.
Dorian Shonen.
Dorian Shonen.
Oh my god, what other songs did they perform? I'm blanking because this was 2 days ago.
The recent hit single, Back to School?
Oh, they performed Bokue Kaire. They did perform that.
Huh?
No, they didn't.
No.
Boku no Eureka, I believe they performed.
Yeah.
Oh, Eureka! That's a good song.
So they performed those songs. And then here comes SKE comes in. And they were the absolute best out of all of the 48 groups that performed.
I still need to see their performance.
Yeah,
they also had like the best concert at the AKB48 Spring Fest during the group concerts at AKB Spring Festival like this year. Ooh, yeah.
I believe they have the set list is on Discord. I know they performed. Okay, so they started off with Kizashi. Then they played Gomen na Summer. Then they played Paria wa Emerado. Then they performed SKE Festival. Then Natsu yo Iso de Kure. Koi wa Katoru Shinjin ni Naranakute.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then they performed Frustration with Kaho Center, and she killed it. Sato Kaho killed frustrating.
Nice.
Not as good as now, but she still killed it, though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
SK had the best set list out of all the 48 groups, and just killed everything. Like, it was hands down SK won.
Nice.
Hands down.
Now I really want to see this performance.
Well, we watch, yeah.
Okay. And then after SKE performed, then we had Wasuta perform, and they did a great set list. Then after Wasuta, another group that I was looking forward to, Task Had Fun came on.
Task Had Fun.
Performed. I was really looking forward to them too. With
Very jazzy.
With another good set list. And then finishing it off was Manaki Kecha. So like, I'm so happy with day one because I could recognize a lot of the groups that performed day one. So I'm happy for myself because that just means like I'm getting more into underground idols and I can recognize groups now and what they kind of sound like. So I'm happy about that. And then day two, which happened last night into this morning, not really that good, to be honest. I mean, there were a few groups that I was looking forward to, but the majority of them, like, I really wasn't. Most of the groups that I was looking forward to were the groups in the beginning. And I know, Ruka, you saw the beginning of day two, so you can actually talk about this. So, Beyond's performed first, day two, and they were a blast to see.
Yes.
Ah, they were...
I really enjoyed their performance. So I already find all of their songs from their debut single super catchy, but add on to that, they performed Maji Bomber, and I don't know what that final song was. I never heard that before, but that song is like crazy.
So that song was so good. I don't know what that song title is.
But it was like everyone was getting super hype at that final song. It was crazy.
It was good. And then after Beyond's, we had Enjudum, or that's the group where I accidentally said that was...
Enjudum!
That's the group where I said it was called Anger Me, because I didn't know how the group name was pronounced.
Anger Me.
I love Enjudum. They were like one of my favorites when I was still super into Hello Project. Because I really like their sound and all of their voices. Like, vocal-wise, they're, like, really good. They have some really strong vocals in some of them. So, yeah, like, their performance was really good, too. I enjoyed it because it had been a while since I had actually listened to Antarum, since I have fallen out of Hello Project for the most part. So, like, this was kind of that happy nostalgia for me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed their set list, because that was the first time I've actually listened to them, besides the one music video I think that we did, that I talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like, when they started, and it was Taiki Bansei, which was their single that they debuted as Anjurum after they had renamed themselves, because this was another situation where they had a different name but then rebranded themselves after a certain point of time. So yeah, like, when I heard Taiki Bansei, I was like, oh, it's all those feelings coming back of, like, when I was still following them and they were, like, starting anew. It's like, all those memories were still fresh in my mind. It reminded me why I fell in love with them in the first place, because their music was so catchy.
And then the group after Enjudum, which was a group that I was really looking forward to hear, is Appare Harajuku, because I really liked their music. So it was really nice to hear them live. And they did really well. I don't know if you watched them, Ruka, or not.
Yeah, I did. I watched them.
Huh?
Do you remember anything? Because I know sometimes I don't remember, so it's fine if you say you don't remember.
Oh yeah, they were really interesting. Again, they were the sort of again, this is gonna just coming from me, but they sounded a lot like Denpagumi because they were that really high-paced, very energetic sound. Very hyperactive sort of music, but it was really catchy and really interesting to watch.
Yeah. And then you can talk about the next two groups, because I think that you watched those two as well, and you would know them more than me.
I think so anyways. I'll be honest, like at one point I was having them more kind of playing in the background while listening to them.
Yeah, that's fine though. But I think the next group is the one you said was the former SKE member was in.
Let's see. Yume no Suna?
Grand Prix. Something Grand Prix.
Okay, was that the group?
I thought it was.
I have to be sure. But yeah, this was... Okay. Wait, I thought they went by a different name.
Oh.
I thought it was Nijiro no Hiko Shoujo.
Not could be that.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, they performed for 10 minutes. They performed 2 songs.
Yeah, their performance was really short. But yes, this is a group that former SKE member Hiramatsu Kanako is in. And I'll be honest, it kind of shocked me when you told me, Steve, that you didn't know who she was.
No, I don't know. I didn't know who she was.
Okay. Jerrison, do you recognize her, Hiramatsu Kanako?
Right now, not yet, no. Who is she?
Okay. Well, she was one of the first generation members of the group. She's probably just the most famous for having one of the most adorable voices. Out of all the members, she has the cutest voice.
Oh, she's very cute. Oh.
Like, you could argue that it's up there with Furukawa Aidi's Moe voice when she does her cute anime girl voice. You could argue it's on the same level or even higher than that. Other than that, she's just like this really goofy member. If you want to get an idea of like what her character is like, or not even just her character, but just what she was like in SKE, if you've ever seen Moso Deka, she was the maid. She was the adorable little maid.
Okay.
So yeah, now you got that image in your head now?
Yeah,
You're kind of remember?
A tiny bit.
I think she also appeared as a maid in Magical Radio. Like, she was a maid at a cafe, and she was delivering, like, spicy curry rice to the members. That scene was really funny, because she was, instead of doing the spell to make it delicious, she was doing a spell to make it spicier. Like, Kanako was just a really goofy member, and I love her.
For spicy, oh.
And again, just adorable, her voice.
Okay. Then after
So yeah, that made me happy to see her, because I looked at the screen and I was like, Kana. I'm trying not to yell because my mom got mad at me.
That's good.
Then after they performed, Ainge Reeve performed. I think that's Anje Reeve. I think that's how the group is pronounced.
Yeah, I saw them, but I don't know them. I did like their performance, though. I thought they were good.
I thought they were alright.
Oh,
The
okay.
next three groups I was kind of like off and on, like kind of like you said, listening to the background. Although I did watch it because I was playing the SKE mobile game instead. But the something.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around this point that I was like, I'm gonna call it a night. So it was probably after these groups or around that time where I left. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's fine. But when I saw Higashi Ikebukuro 52 perform, like, obviously because they have a number at the end, I'm not gonna just assume that that's the amount of members they have. For example, AKB48 has over 100 members, not 48. So I didn't want to just assume that they just had a 52 group or member group. But apparently they do, because one member did say 52 members, so I'm like, okay, so I'm not gonna just... So there are 52 members in that group, there were a lot. But however, all their songs sounded really similar, so... Yeah. And the 52 members are actually working for the company that's located. They're working for like a credit card company.
Oh, now I know the group that you're talking about. It's the Office Lady Idol group.
Yeah, them. Like, all of their songs have to deal with Saison or Saison, which is literally... That's in, like, all of their song titles. And then the thing that made me cringe a bit is when they showed their virtual idols, the VTuber idols that they had. And oh god, it brought me back to Sentimental Trainwreck Jurina.
Okay.
Like, oh, it was so, like, the CGI for them was just so bad. Like, ooh. I'm sorry. It was just bad. It kind of took me back. But then after that group, they had there was like another collaboration or something on the main stage. Yeah, there was another like collaboration on the main stage. Then after them, we had Tokimeki something Boo. I forgot the full name of the group.
There's like a lot of
Tokimeki Sengen Boo.
Sengen.
There's like a lot of songs that have the word Takameki in it. You know, like Hinata. Yes, like Hinata's one of the additional tracks that Hinata Hinata 46's first hit single, like Takameki Soul. Let's say Saki Akamoto's like first solo track after she after she left MMB, Takameki Soul. Yeah, it's been
that was Ichirin So.
Oh, Ichirin's wrong song. Okay, sorry.
But that's a common word.
Yeah.
So, of course, groups would pick that up. I do remember when I listened to their music videos, I did get interested into that group. But it just wasn't really anything feeling here. And then here is one of the biggest disappointments, day 2. Oh my god. So, even beforehand, it was announced that Nogizaka and Hinatazaka weren't going to be shown live in the live stream. So instead, they just played the music videos of the recent singles.
Oof.
Isn't it on loop until they're all done?
Well, they had enough songs to last them the whole entire set list.
They could have just showed that part of
the only Nogizaka and Hinatazaka were the only groups that weren't live streamed both days on the main stage.
But due to copyright reasons?
Yeah, Sony. It's expected because of Sony. Which is terrible. So yeah, so nothing special with Nogi. Then after Nogi was Supergirls. I didn't really care about the group. Then Equal Love performed. After Supergirls, first time hearing Equal Love live, also didn't really spark anything with me whatsoever. Then we had another collaboration with an Expo. I forgot who it was completely. And then I forget the next two groups. I know I watched them, but there wasn't really anything that stood out to me, if I had to be honest, from those two groups. And then one of the last groups that I was looking forward to perform was Niji no Conquistador. They had a fun set list. The funny thing, I was like, I wonder if they're gonna come out in swimsuits, because that's like what Niji no Conquistador's thing is, because they're like always in swimsuits in their music videos. But no, immediately after I typed that, they came in with like these dresses. I'm like, oh, of course. Instantly rejected. But like, and then Hinata, didn't perform. Music videos of Hinata. Now, the next three groups I kind of liked, even though there was the first time seeing them. Ayumi Kuri Kamaki. So I kind of like the sound of that group, but it was eh. And then one of the highlights of day 2 for me was R2K, because they started off their two songs, well, their first out of the two songs, they did an acoustic version of one of their songs. So they differentiated themselves to the other groups by doing something different. So that obviously caught my eye. And then the group after them is Preda. And Preda has a lot of good singers in the group, I noticed, when watching. Like, their main girl is a fantastic singer.
Sorry.
So there was that. And then, let's see. Philosophy Dance was next. I didn't really pay attention to them, because once again, I went back to playing basket game. And then the act after that, the gay male idol group performed.
That group. How was their concert?
I mean, it's not really my thing, but I found it really funny how when they were performing, all you can hear are the female fans in the audience.
But they sounded as excited as the fan of the male groups? You know, the Johnnies?
I don't think they're part of Johnny's.
I mean, like, they're as excited as the fans of the Johnnies. No, I mean, I know they're not part of the Johnnies. No.
But it was funny hearing how loud the girls were, the fangirls were, and they were doing the gachakoi. They were doing the gachakoi mix, and it was just so funny to hear, because, like, I wasn't expecting it. And then the final act was Denpagumi Inc. Of course, it was very energetic for Denpagumi. The member that has red hair, she's 31 or 32, right?
31? Whoa!
Emmy, you mean? Yeah.
1 years old.
And also, Furukawa Meeting, who's doing the show with Now, she's at least 32.
32? Oh.
So, like,
yeah, they have been idols for a long time.
It's weird to see how energetic that girl is. Like, she is, like, really energetic. The girl with the red hair.
Yeah, Emmy.
Yeah, she's crazy. And then the grand finale, they had, like, a special, like, let's see, a special
closing ceremony?
Yeah, for, like, some of the, like, it was one of the girls from Preda, one from the gay male idol group, Emmy from Denpagumi, and then there were two other people. They formed a special collab group and performed one song, and then that was a grand finale. So yeah. So day 2
overall,
day 2 wasn't good. Day 1
was the entire festival.
Better. Overall, the festival was good, but day 1 was just fantastic. Day 2 wasn't really. It wasn't as good as day 1. Not even close.
I mean, based on how you describe day 2, I mean, at least it's still great, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
there were
not as
some
great
good
as the-
performances, at least from what I saw, because again, I bailed out early.
Yeah,
Oh,
most of the
and what
big
hap-
performances were at the beginning of day 2.
Oh, and what happens if they actually did show the Nogi Zaka 46's concert and he had a Zaka 46's concert? Would that make it better?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but they didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, and each of these days was like 10 hours long, so like I was dead. Day 2, I was
Yeah, there's
up
no
from-
way I would have survived if I had stayed up to watch it.
from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 7 a.m. Oh my god, it felt like forever.
well, I mean, if I was watching, I'll probably watch some of it, and then go the rest after that.
Oh, but I watched all of day 2 and just missed the first 2 hours of day 1. But yeah, day 1 was fantastic. Day 1 was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that was my thoughts on Jam Expo this year, which is I think it's the second biggest idol event behind TIF. I could be wrong on that because there were multiple stages and multiple idols performing at the same time. So it was a big event like TIF. So yeah. So now, what do you want to talk about, Ruka? Do you want to talk about Dakara, the Watashi?
Yeah, だから私が押しました.
Yes.
How about we close on that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Now, Jerrison, I don't think you have seen this, but basically there is a drama that is currently airing called だから私が押しました which is
Oh, I know about it. I
focused,
know about it.
yeah, it's focused
Oh, yeah.
on underground idols and idol
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, we're talking about that show in the past few weeks, actually. I know. I heard about it. Hello?
Okay, yeah, but we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can
It's
hear you.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know about it. I know about it. I saw it in the past few weeks.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
So, I guess we can start off with episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, this episode we learn about Haruka says that a super crazy fan, because that's what the dude is.
Mm-hmm.
We learn about that
Yeah.
dude, Urita or Urata.
Urita. Yes, Urita.
Basically, how he is essentially kind of like controlling. Well, not really controlling, but is very like possessive. Possessive, I guess, is the correct word there. Of Hana, the main girl. The main character of the group, not the main center girl, but we learn about this character, and essentially throughout the whole episode, the main protagonist girl, I forget her name, I'm sorry. She tries
Her
to
name is
figure out-
I.
She tries to figure out a solution to help Hana out away from this super fan. And essentially, the one thing that like I'm surprised about is that they used a term that I didn't think that they would use. Is that he called I a yakai.
Yakai?
Yeah, if you don't know, that term has been kind of used a lot recently because of the NGT situation.
Oh,
Because
the
yakai
referencing.
because yakai are troublesome fans, like that stir up trouble and are only there for trouble.
Oh.
The stalkers.
Well, not necessarily stalkers, but they just do terrible things to like other fans and annoy other fans. Like they're not really fans.
Oh.
Like they're just there. So I was like surprised that he used the word yakai in episode 2. But essentially, Ruka, I feel like you're better at explaining to me. My
Okay,
explanations are terrible.
But yeah, I do remember that he was calling her that because when she had first saw Sunny Side Up, and what she did was she yelled at Hana and was taking out all of her frustration that happened basically on Hana. So that's probably
Yeah, that's the
why he
reason.
was saying that because of that happened.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's been a while since I've seen episode 2, and also there are like certain things still about underground idol stuff that I still don't understand. But since Urita had been buying basically
All
of the Checky tickets to spend the most time with her more than any other fan, and pay for everything, like her life expenses.
Yeah, essentially.
And I wanted to help her because she was seeing that he was clearly a very possessive fan. Like, it was like clear in his mind he believed that like Hana was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he did seem like very controlling. Like, that was something that made me feel uncomfortable when I was watching. Like, he was very much a very possessive sort of fan.
See, that does happen in real life, though. There are people that do that.
Mm-hmm. The thing that surprised me was that he bought a washing machine for her, and I'm like, what?
So he's a hardcore fan.
A hardcore doesn't even begin to explain.
Huh.
But yeah, basically, from what I understand, they like change the sale distributions of the Checky tickets.
Yeah, they somehow were able to convince the staff. I don't know how they did that, but they were
boycotting because she's the leader of the group.
But they were able to convince the staff members to change the way that they do Checkies, which in turn made him get thrown out, which was fantastic to see. So instead of having a limited amount of tickets per one member, they took out all of the individual Checkies, and then you just buy one ticket, and then you get to pick who you want to do a Checkie with.
Just a regular handshake event.
Essentially what they did. So anybody can just pick anybody who they wanted to take a Checkie with. And a lot of people started to form a line for Hana, because they never got to before because of this super fan buying all her tickets. And he just got really jealous. Essentially.
I mean, another way you could try to make sure that everyone can see all their favorite members, maybe put a limit on how many tickets you can get for like each member.
No,
a limit.
But that's not how the underground idol works, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Oh, yeah.
So there's that. He got thrown out, and everything kind of was a little bit happy again, because I did help Hana a lot. And she even received a free handshake, I guess. In a way, a free handshake from Hana. And then onto episode 3. This is an episode of more or less like what's the term that I want to use?
Self-acceptance?
Yeah, self-acceptance. Yeah, self-acceptance is probably the best way to put it. About being an idol fan / Doru Ota. An idol Ota. So essentially, like, Sunny Side Up is going to be performing at this outside venue, and I doesn't really want to tell her co-workers at all that she is an idol fan, or an idol otaku, what else to say. But it's kind of funny to see how, like, her fan activities helped her out in her company, I guess, with various things.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining to watch. Like they were doing like a karaoke session, and she was doing all the like the ketcha and like the calls.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun to watch.
But essentially, she didn't want any of her coworkers to find out that she was an idol otaku, and then towards the end, like, she was kind of pushing off everybody, even Hana, a little bit, when Hana came up to her after she was meeting with her friends. And, like, her one coworker was, like, trash-talking idols and idol fans.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, this whole time, I has to go through a self-acceptance because she never considered herself an idol otaku. Because the way that, I guess, Japanese people look at otakus, because it's different how they perceive foreign otakus.
Yeah. There is still a stigma about otaku culture within Japan, even though that is a big part of it, a big subculture within it. There's still that kind of stigma around being an otaku.
Yeah, like, I know I've seen a couple videos where, like, they're fine with, like, foreign otaku, but it's just something with their own Japanese being otaku that they're still not really accepting of it, even though there's a lot of otaku. But so essentially, she had to self-accept that she is an idol fan, tell off her one coworker of how great it is to be an idol fan. And then went to see the group. I don't know if there's any better way to explain it, Ruka. Because once again, my explanations are terrible.
No, because even then, even when she did come out and say that she was an idol otaku and that Hana, when she was talking to them earlier, she was her fan, and the girl, like, still dissed her, and she was like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to be the bigger person, and just walked away and went to see the venue.
But it was saying something because the other coworker / her friend, like, she didn't seem like she hated idol otaku.
No, exactly. She was clearly, she didn't have a problem with it, but it was the other woman who was just like, no. Like, there was this clear grudge against her with the other woman, to which the girl with the shorter hair, she was clearly, she wanted to be more accepting and understanding of it. And she just gave her a look like, girl, no, don't say that.
And then moving on to episode 4, it left.
Oh no! Wait!
Wait.
Wait!
You want? Okay, go.
No, I was gonna say before we moved on to the next episode, the scene that I found the funniest was that they referenced Pink Lady, Morning Musume, and AKB.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Because they were all referencing the different idol groups. I just thought that was so funny because I knew all of those groups. Because Pink Lady is an older idol duo from, like, I'd say the 80s or the 90s, around that time slot. And they referenced 2 different songs from Morning Musume, and they referenced Teacher Teacher.
Oh, how did they reference Teacher Teacher?
Basically, this guy was, like, doing a pose from an idol song, and they were trying to guess what pose it was.
Right.
And it ended up, it was Morning Musume's Brainstorming.
Oh.
So yeah, I just thought that scene was funny. That's all.
Now moving on to episode 4, I left where episode 3 ended on a cliffhanger. Episode 3 ended where basically we see Ai is still being questioned by Detective Sawabe. That's the best way I can put it. Saying
Detective
that
Sawabe.
they have a key witness in whatever happened, which we find out a little bit more of what happened in episode 4, and that's where the episode starts off. So we do know, or we said stated in episode 4 that there was some sort of scuffle between Ai and Urita, which was the one super fan from episode 2. So there is something that happened between them. We're not there yet. But besides that, this episode, it has, it announced that there is this one competition that's going to be held to find out which group is going to make a Tokyo Summer Festival, I think it was.
Yeah, it was the Idol Summer Festival.
Yeah, the Idol Summer Festival. So,
they could have used Tokyo Idol Festival, but maybe because of copyright, they have to use another name.
Yeah, essentially.
Probably because they have the showroom app that
Yeah,
appears in the
that's
show, but
kinda
it's called
funny.
Showcase.
It's called Showcase instead of Showroom. It's kind of really funny. Obviously, there's like a little difference there in Showcase from actual Showroom, but it's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
And I find that really funny that they even use Showroom. So essentially through this episode, we get to see. Oh God, I think you would be better explaining it than me, Ruka, because I'm.
Okay. So basically, after Urita had been thrown out and he was unable to come to more live events, basically Hana had been taking part-time jobs in order to pay for her living expenses. And so during one of the performances of the group, Hana collapses due to exhaustion. And so I now wants to help provide for Hana so that she wouldn't have to overwork herself, and also help the group get into the Idol Summer Festival. So she puts in what we can assume is a lot of hard work into buying the tickets in order to get the group in, and also providing money for Hana herself, giving her money directly to help with her living expenses.
Yeah. So she wasn't joining or appearing at any of the performances in the stage.
Yeah, she was holding off because she was like hard focused on her work in order to get them the money and the tickets that they needed to get into the festival.
I was kind of shocked to see what she was doing, because it was revealed what she was doing in order to provide those tickets. Let's just say a type of streaming. I'll leave it at that. A specific type of streaming.
Streaming? Oh. I'm thinking it could be some...
Drop it!
No. I'm not gonna say no.
So, essentially, that happened, so... They were able to make Tokyo Summer Festival... No, Idol Summer Festival, my god, I cannot... Idol Summer Festival. And once again, they have another reference to an idol group, because they actually showed Nijurokuji no Masquerade performing a little bit. And essentially, I goes there with her friend. I believe that's the same friend from episode 3, am I right?
Yes, it is. It was.
So, they actually go to this performance, and her friend actually brings her, like, boyfriend, I think it is.
Oh, was that her boyfriend? I thought that was another one of her, like, co-workers.
Was it?
Like, one of the chief workers? At least that's what I thought.
Oh, I thought it was, like,
because she had also been, like, spreading around, like, the CDs around her workplace to help promote the group.
That's true.
So that's why I thought. Like, he seemed too old to be her boyfriend.
Okay, that's probably what it was. But it was nice to see that they came and joined her, but at this point, because I had missed so many performances that she didn't really have any confidence going up to the front with the other major Sunnyside fans. Because Sunnyside was, they were actually performing, they performed their new song beforehand in the performances that she did not go to for that Idol Summer Festival. And actually earlier in the episode we get to see that Hana actually wanted to improve herself. And we can see her going training by herself and with the other members of the group. And the thing that I didn't realize until this episode is that Amaki Jun is one of the members. Amaki Jun is a grab your idol, if nobody knows that, but she's actually part of Sunnyside Up, and I didn't realize that until now. Oh my god. I don't know why I didn't realize that until this episode. But yeah, essentially, I has no confidence going up to the front. Sunny Side Up is doing an amazing performance. And then all of a sudden we see two of the other fans. I do not remember their names at all. They lift her up. So this is actually what you call a lift in the idol world. So they lift her up above the crowd so she can see Sunny Side Up because she's like towards the middle of the crowd to get a full view of Hana, and then she starts breaking down in tears because
that was actually a really sweet moment because you could tell that Hana had really improved in her performance level, and I was just so proud of her.
So it was a great moment. Because I think this is also her having some self-acceptance as well. As being her fan, she's actually seeing how happy she is for Hana being happy and succeeding. Like any fan should be. Essentially. And then at the end of the episode, we go back to Detective Sawabe. And then he says that Sunny Side Up is doing their disbandment performance. So we know in present time, Sunny Side Up is disbanding. So this is like 11 months after what we see in the majority of this episode. So we don't know. We don't know what happened.
So maybe a controversy happened, which led to her being in the police station.
What?
Maybe like which led to the group disbanding.
I thought you said PlayStation for a second. I'm like,
no.
I'm like,
no, I mean it's clear. It's clear that it is. There must have been something that had affected the group, which is probably why they're disbanding. Whether that is related to whatever I did to Urita.
I mean,
and that hit of the streaming, which we're not going to say.
In the preview, it seems like the members of the group are kind of arguing with each other on the preview for the next episode.
Oh, we didn't find out.
And another thing that is noteworthy is that the witness with Sawabe brought into a different room to actually look upon Ai asked, like, is this who... What do I want to say? Ruka, help me out.
Is this who it is?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Like, is this her?
Is this the person? But she says there's something different. Which kind of is an interesting thing to say. Because Sawabe comes in the room and saying that the suspect identified you. So I don't know if this is some sort of, like, police trick. I forgot, not really like a police trick, but they're trying to. He's essentially lying. Sawabe's lying to gather more information out of Ai. Because that woman.
Maybe it's not him fully lying. Like maybe there's something else that we don't know.
Oh, that's also true.
Like there has to be some sort of key element that we are missing from this. I mean, if that happens to be the case.
It probably was not revealed yet, so.
No.
But that woman did say that there was something different, though. So then, that's what ended the episode. Like, so far the series, I still really enjoyed it. I think other people should watch it, because it does take in a lot of consideration with the underground idol world. However, there are some things that I noticed that they can't really do that well because it is a drama and there still is a dramatization. Like, mainly when we see the Sunny Side Up perform, they're usually just performing by themselves in that underground venue. Because mainly groups, there's like a lot of groups that perform during one stage, I guess, in a venue at once. I think it's called like a Tenkoban or something like that. I know it begins with a T. But it's just weird how we only see Sunnyside Up and their fans in that venue. Because I know there are a bunch of fans go to that venue, not just the fans of that group, because there are multiple groups that perform. Because the way that they're showing it is just how, like, they're having a one-man live, which is rare for idol groups to have. So yeah, like, there are some elements that are definitely more drama-esque than real. But for the most part, it's still sticking pretty well to how the idol ground world works. So yeah.
Oh, but it's also very informative about the idol world. I mean, it's all great, yeah. But I know you were saying something about with the police that they might be about using a technique. Isn't that could be like another reference to situation with what's happened with NGT with like
No.
the police?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Sorry. I mean, with the with how the police handled it.
No, that's different.
That's way different.
Oh, different. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Way different.
Different. Okay.
Yeah. So that's about it. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
Not really. Not that I can think of.
I think we talked about all the major stories already.
Yeah, because we wanted to focus on that since there had been a bunch of news that had come out. But no, that's really it for me, just personally.
Okay. So, I guess for me, this will probably be my last news video with you guys for a while. Because like I said, I won't be available next week, really. And then I'll be moving to Japan. Well, not really moving, studying abroad in Japan the week after. So I'll be kind of busy these next 10 days.
At least we could try to put you in although you're probably busy next week.
No, it's gonna be hard with the time difference.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a huge time difference between us now, so it's gonna be incredibly hard.
Yeah,
we wouldn't want to force anything into a schedule that he just can't do.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
But yeah, Steve, good luck. Best wishes to studying abroad.
Yeah.
You really are so lucky to be able to get to do something like this. I'm honestly really jealous.
I'm so lucky and happy. I mean, it was kind of bad that I kind of promised Himari that I would see her next year, even though I wasn't even sure of studying abroad.
Can I say something to you, Steve?
Yes.
Well, I just want to say, thank you for allowing me to be on the show for this summer. I mean, it's all great and give my thoughts on what's happening in the Japanese idol, but I hope that you'll have a great time in Japan. And maybe you'll see some members in various groups probably during your trip.
Yeah, I plan on seeing a bunch of underground idols.
You want to try to see SKE? What do you?
I would love to, but I don't think I would be able to get into the theater shows because it's still impossible for
But you're in Japan, so you possibly can get inside actually.
No, I mean I can go inside the theater, but I won't be able to get inside to see a stage performance.
Yeah, because SKE and the 48 group is just so big, it's really hard to get into shows. So that would definitely be harder to get tickets for.
Yeah, but at least you'll still be watching the show while you're in Japan.
Yeah, and like I said, you guys don't have to talk about the other idol ground news because I will be doing that myself.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
From now on,
we're gonna take great care of the show. We might do some experimentation too.
I mean, I may be able to join very rarely.
I know, yeah.
But when I do, I will be recording the episodes, I think, from my end.
Oh.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this next whole entire year.
And maybe we'll invite some people too. Oh, one more thing before we end the episode, but I know about the video of AK48 single Sustainable, but I know in the video there was also a scene where when members were in the car and there was a copy of teacher in the car.
Yes, we talked about that, Jerrison.
actually have a copy of this, though it's not the same version that was in the in the video music video. Although, I mean, this is actually the first AKB48 single I actually got because of the election.
Yeah. Actually, same for me too.
You got version B?
No, not version B. I got version B.
Version 4 version with Team 4 track.
Yeah, I wanted to get the one with the Team K one, but they had sold out of it. So I got the Type D instead.
Yeah, and this is the back of the CD if you want to see. Yeah, boy, a lot of change in a year.
Yeah, so
yeah.
So good luck to you guys doing the news for I don't know how long that will be.
We'll do our best.
I hope you guys can. I can't wait to look at your discussions that you do as well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Hey.
So this is my last
trip, Steve.
video for a while regarding AKB48 and the sister groups. Like I told Ruka earlier, if there's something very big that happens, I can just do a small short video on that. So thank you guys for being on the show and continuing it. Well, it's not really a show because it's not really a podcast, but continue doing these videos with me, and I hope you guys do well. In the future.
Take care, Brittany. Yeah.
So.
But you're gonna do that sort still.
Yeah, I'll still be doing that sort, either later next week or on September the 3rd, one of those dates. I'm not sure when. So yeah, look forward to that stream. Like I said, I still have to record my video for my idol journey so far.
Oh, that too, yeah. Okay.
So there's that, and this is my last news video for a while, guys. That won't be resolved around AKB, because I'll be doing other idol news. So until I see you guys in some other video, see ya.
Bye bye.
Bye everyone.